Spence versus Crawford? Has it changed over time, given the performances we've seen from both of them in their last fights?
Well, it hasn't changed because, I mean, they haven't fought ever since I've predicted that Crawford would win. I mean, I don't think anything has changed except for, they're getting older. But they're both getting older as we speak. But I think still that Crawford has the abilities. He has the boxing skill, the boxing IQ. I mean, you can see it. You don't have to be a genius to know who's the better boxer. Spence, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. I mean, we built him. Golden Boy built him. And so Spence has a tremendous shot at knocking him out if he catches him. I mean, he has tremendous power, tremendous IQ, but I just think that Crawford has better leg movement. He knows how to, slip and slide and move in and out and bounce on his toes and throw punches and bunches. You can't win a fight with just throwing 1 or 2 punches. If your opponent Crawford, the champion, is going to throw 4, 5, 6 punches, then obviously he's going to take the rounds and win the fight. Just like what happened with Lomachenko and Haney.
Those are the words of Oscar De La Hoya as he gives his pick or his updated prediction of Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. He still picks Terence Crawford. And based on the things that he said, let's counterpunch. Subjectively, you could say, well, Oscar's just picking Terence because Errol, like he said, we made him. We made Errol Spence. We've seen the things of, Oscar De La Hoya had some criticism of racism, possible racism, alleged racism in his promotional company, right? Some things that were said, and Errol Spence told Oscar De La Hoya, you don't treat black fighters good. You could do that. We could go down that route, but what else did Oscar say? Terence Crawford has the better IQ. He's just a better boxer. He knows more and knows how to move, the footwork. That's going to be the difference, and you can just see it. Throwing punches in bunches. And speaking of punches in bunches, he used Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney. But anybody knows how to throw punches in bunches, that's Oscar De La Hoya. And I think De La Hoya is taking that rematch personally because I think he remembers the Trinidad fight. Even though he coasted the last 4 rounds, which was stupid. He should have went for the KO at least. He should have showed that warrior spirit. Would it have got him knocked out? Maybe, because Trinidad is a guy that, he wants you to come at him so he can set you up with big shots like he did Fernando Vargas. But nonetheless, he coasted. But he knows how to win a fight. He knows how to have a split decision loss to Floyd Money Mayweather, which never gave him a rematch. But I think, like he said, you don't have to be an expert to know who's the better boxer. And you don't. Errol Spence is, like he said, he's big, he's powerful, he's strong, he's durable, but at the end of the day, unless he knocks Terence Crawford out, I don't see him winning either. I just don't see him winning to that magnitude because I don't see him doing something that Terence Crawford can adjust to or cannot deal with or don't have an answer for, in other words. So, but yeah, I mean, Oscar, has made his point because Oscar has already picked him and he's still staying to that prediction. It just does make you wonder, though, well, how much of that prediction is weighed on what happened between Errol Spence and Oscar De La Hoya, right? You look at Bob Arum. Would Bob Arum ever pick Mikey Garcia to beat anyone because he's had that stink with him, right? So, because a lot of things get personal. I don't know if Oscar is to that point yet, but that may be the case. So it's kind of hard to gauge. But anyhow, Oscar De La Hoya picks Terence Crawford to defeat Errol Spence. And he says, even with decision, you guys tell me what you think about Oscar's prediction. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!